Hello and welcome to
Wake Up Missoula. How's everybody doing out there?
I'm doing just fine.
How are you doing?
I'm representing everybody today.
Everybody, yeah.
Again.
I always ask.
I'm big enough to be
doing?
everybody.
But, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on today. Let's just talk about events. Let's hit it up. Unfortunately, it's going to be rainy all weekend. Boo.
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 Show us the weather, Scott.
So this is the weather. I'm assuming at home you probably can't read it as well as we can because we're closer up to the screen. Apparently, it's currently 31 degrees, and there is a good chance of rain today, tomorrow, Sunday, no, not as much Monday, but by Tuesday it's going to get all cleared up. Yep. But that shouldn't prevent you from going out, enjoying some great indoor activities.
That's right.
One of the indoor activities that I'm talking about is at the university. It's the Missoula County Public School culinary competition. So high school students, or is it high school students, or I'll just say it. Okay, dissolve. This is the first annual Missoula County Public Schools Student Culinary Competition. Come celebrate culinary education and cheer on your favorite Missoula High School team. Big Sky Sentinel and Hellgate schools compete for the top prize of $1,000. What?
Wow.
For their school's culinary program, and not to mention bragging rights. So yeah, that sounds like a great, and I bet people can get free food out of it for sure. Let's see, second place and third place will receive $500. So basically, they get $500 for just showing up, regardless if they win or not.
How many people do you think are going to be competing in this? I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of people competing. You just don't show up and get $500, right?
Let's see. I think it's, I'm not sure. I'm assuming there's probably multiple teams. Yeah. But, yeah.
It sounds really good. I mean, it sounds like it'd be a tasty event to go to.
So that's what you can do inside. And if you're not as scared of going outside, not as scared. Hashtag not as scared. Go to the Southgate Mall. They're doing a Missoula Off-Roaders car show. So basically, a bunch of off-road cars. There's a nice little picture I'll show you. Right here, you see some dune buggies and all sorts of cool stuff. But then again, it is outside, and it's up to you if you want to go. It'd still be pretty cool. Then on this Sunday, is the Autism Awareness Movie and Event, the USA of Autism, and that's playing at 2 p.m. at the Roxy Sunday afternoon. And the community is invited to a free local autism awareness event at the Roxy Theater downtown Missoula Sunday, April 27th, from 2 to 4:30 p.m. Activities include preview of the documentary film, The United States of Autism, and a panel of local experts discussing and answering the question on the topic, what's on the horizon for the world of autism? The event is free to the public with suggested donations to Missoula's All Abilities Playground Project. Autism information and resource will be available, plus information on All the Abilities Playground Project. The event is sponsored by the Full Circle Counseling Solution and the blah, 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 blah.
Very good, Scott. Very good reading there. I've got an event to talk about. We were supposed to have a guest on, but I guess she wasn't able to make it, so I'll just talk about it. It's called Get a Buzz on Life Woman Bike Missoula Celebration Ride. It's tonight at 5:15 p.m., and where can you meet? It's at Big Sky Bikes on 809 East Front Street, and the group that's riding is called Ms. Bees, and the theme of their ride is No Woman Left Behind, so they're just trying to get women out on the road, because in Montana, only 38% of the cyclists on the road are women, and in the U.S. nationwide, only 24% of women, or 24% of bicyclists on the road are women. So they're trying to get women out there on the road, and it'll end at Brooks at Brown at the Holiday Inn, and there'll be food and drinks, and it'll be a great time. And women are supposed to, whoever wants to participate in this should bring a helmet and light for their bikes, because it'll be during the evening time.
And no biking and drinking.
And no biking and drinking, but after there might be drinking. I don't know. I know they're having food, so
Okay.
It seems like a really good fun event for women to get into. Again, that's Ms. B's, and the theme of the ride is No Women Left Behind, and it's at 5:15 p.m. at Big Sky Bikes.
Nice. Then again, another event I just completely spaced out, and we were also supposed to have a guest on here as well for the Mizracha, or as I like to call it, Say It, Don't Spray It, aka Les Miserables, and it's playing at the Missoula Community Theater. And there's a difference. There's a Missoula Community Theater. It's their season, so from fall to spring, they do community theater events, and during the summer and partially during the year, they do children's theater. So there's two different phases that the MCT does, and one of it is the community theater, and that's what's going on for the next, I want to say 3 weeks. Cool. It's gonna be 3 weeks of Les Miserables, and I know a couple people who are on the show, and it would have been great if we can have some of them on the show. So we'll try to get some people down to come down for
that would be great.
To talk about it.
That would be great. It's really musical.
Yeah.
Very epic.
Very epic. Follows the tales of Jean Valjean and pre-French Revolution.
Yeah.
And then French Revolution. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff going on. Other than that, Missoula Community Access Television is opening their doors for the MCAT summer camps. And as you can see, everyone's having a good time, learning how to use cameras, and everyone's putting their hands up in the air, shaking like they just don't care. We have a lot of great camps. These camps this year starts June 20th, June 16th through the 20th is the first camp, and that's media camp. The next one is July 14th through the 18th, and then the last one is July 7th through the 11th. It's 5 days. It's Monday through Friday, and the last camp is, the middle camp is animation camp, and if there's an overflow of kids, which happened last year, we do a part 2 of the camp.
And those are booking up pretty fast, aren't they?
Yeah, we already have people interested, and people already booking to do it, for sure.
So yeah, if you want your kids to get involved, or if you're an aspiring filmmaker out there and you want to learn the trade, you should definitely get involved with the MCAT summer camps this summer. They're going to be a great time.
Yep, and $100 a pop.
$100 a pop. That's pretty good.
It's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
Cool. What else is going on?
Let's see. What else is going on? MCAT's Western Montana Film Festival. Western Montana High School Film Festival.
Yeah.
It's all done. All the DVD, all the videos are in. The judging has begun.
Yeah, so when will the judges make their final decisions?
Hopefully by next week, because it's going to premiere next Thursday night at the Roxy. Next Thursday night. That's 6 days from today. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that's May 1st.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's going to be really cool to see all those high schoolers' films. It's going to be awesome.
So far there's 3 hours worth of it. So there's going to
3 hours, wow.
3 hours. 3 hours I had to put up online so all the judges can watch it. Anyways, I digress.
I see.
I do want to show the flagship video of the week, but I kind of want to wait and save that for the really sweet ending, because it's a really good one.
Really good one this week?
Yeah, I showed you already.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good, you guys.
It's like it's probably the least violent one I've done so far, even though there is violence in it.
I like the direction you're heading with this one. This one's good. Getting a little farther away.
But I'll talk a little bit more about it later. But there was a community forum last night. Ben Weiss, he did a little talk about biking in Missoula, in Montana, and the nation in general, about how biking's improved, how Missoula and Montana are one of the best places to be a biker.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
let's see that.
Let's see what he has to say.
One of the barriers to increased biking and walking is that people don't feel comfortable. There was a recent document that came out just last week that showed that Montana is in the top 5 states in the nation for numbers of people biking and walking to school and work, and we are the safest state in the country for doing so, which is huge. But there's still some barriers. We're at a very high level nationally. We're at about 6% of our population biking to work on average, and the national average is less than 1%. So we're already doing a great job. But one of the one of the major barriers is people's perception of safety. And so our bike lanes are great on our roadways, but there are some people that just won't use them.
And that was Ben Wise talking about bikes. The main thing he was talking about, that we're basically 600% more inclined to bike in Montana than in the nation.
Really?
That's what
600%. That's a huge number. That's
the
crazy.
national average of people who bike to work is 1%, and Montana's average is 6%.
Yeah, that must be somewhat why Montana's the skinniest state in the country, because we're so active.
Well, skinny. No, I'm sad.
No.
No, just kidding. But anyways, you gotta learn to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyways, you got a lot of city council stuff, and then you're doing committee of the whole, and you got a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
That's right, Scott. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the committee of the whole meeting, which happened on August 23rd of this week. So that was
August 23rd,
or April 23rd, rather.
That's my birthday.
Oh well, all right. Well, that's funny that I said that, but yeah. So it's what this meeting they were talking about was wayfinding, which is basically signage. It's the way people. It's the ways in which people and animals orient themselves in physical space and navigate from place to place. I got that from Wikipedia. And according to the American urban planner Kevin A. Lynch, he defined wayfinding as a consistent use and organization of definite sensory cues from the external environment. But in this case, what they're talking about with wayfinding in this committee of the whole meeting is signage. So they're putting up a whole brand new signage system in Missoula. And let's hear from Glenn Swantek from Merge Consulting. Merge Consulting is a signage firm out of Westchester, Pennsylvania, which I'm actually from Pennsylvania, so it's pretty cool that Missoula's using a Pennsylvania firm. Yeah, so Pennsylvania represent. But at any rate, let's listen to Glenn Swantek. He's going to talk about locations where the signage is going. So let's hear from him.
We've looked at the plans. We're locating where signage is going to go in plan. Sort of a close-up view of, so we assign numbers to them for inventory, making sure all the routing is accurate. This is looking at the parking and some of the pedestrian signage. We've developed vehicular terminologies and abbreviations on how signage is going to, or how names are going to look on signs. So we've gone through an extensive criteria for inclusion process so this just gives you an idea of who is included within the signage system, and then these are the pedestrian signs.
Okay, so that was Glenn Swantek talking about where the signs are going. That kind of gave you a little visualization of downtown and where they're going to be putting the signs.
It looks very complicated, but if you don't mind me, do you mind if I chime in about this?
Sure, absolutely.
I remember actually filming a bunch of these talks that they did at the Holiday Inn Express. They used a conference room and they talked all about it. They were showing pictures of their signs and the way they wanted it to look. And they compared it to like Bozeman. Bozeman has a good wayfinding system that they have over there. And we kind of want to copy Bozeman in terms of the signs and nothing else but part of the wayfinding sign, but kind of in our own right, but not like Bozeman, because
Well, that's a good segue into this next clip, because he's actually showing what the gateway signs of Missoula are going to look like. So let's take a look at this.
Locations. One of the first steps that we did was we did a analysis for the entire program, and we always reference back to that of where we have decision points or where we've located potentially where gateways go. This is the design for the Gate.1 sign, which is the Welcome to Missoula signage. We locate where potential locations are. We are working with MDOT, and we're aware of any construction, with roundabouts, and we're coordinating with those plans, seeing if we can incorporate those into the design. So we're coordinating all that with MDOT.
Okay, so that was a look at what the gateway signs. So gateway signs are obviously the signs that say "Welcome to Missoula."
It was kind of fun. It was like playing "Where's Waldo," but where's the sign? It's like, where was the sign? Oh yeah, there's the sign.
Yeah.
Anyways, what a really good gateway sign is?
What?
If you've ever been to Ronan has a beautiful, great, like kind of like huge arch that just goes over the whole entire street. In the main street, when you're going through the town, you're forced to go through the sign. And it's like, beautiful.
It's like the arch.
Yeah, it's a very big arch, and it's like a 4-lane.
Wow.
So it has to be really big. I think, yeah. And so just like the entrance to like Glacier Park, there's are great signs and stuff like that. You're entering Glacier Park. Yeah. Why don't we have those for a city to prove that
it looks like they're gonna put in gateway signs, maybe not as robust as Ronan's sign, but these are a little bit more subtler, but they look pretty cool to me.
They look a lot better once they're not photoshopped in, but
yeah. So anyways, here he's going to be talking about district identification signs. So like if you're going in the north side, there's a sign for the north side. So let's listen to that.
The district identification signs for our various districts, these are the different sign styles and sizes. Depending on where they're going to be located, there's different configurations, say in Midtown or at Fort Missoula or in the Airport Business District. We also had, in this sign type, an opportunity to this is a placement of where it would go, but an opportunity to coordinate it with maybe some public art as well. So there's public art components in the back. We were thinking that you could incorporate some Salish words on the art, to represent air and wind and things like that for the Airport Business District.
Okay, so that was a little on that topic of district identification signs, but let's get into some of the debate that went on after the presentation. Here's a soundbite from John Wilkins.
And what I'd like to see in the wayfinding thing is a pole sign that might have Carrots Park is down here, and then bolts in the side of the sign that a sign could be put on there by a retailer and saying, my shop is down to the right, but something that you can stick up and not have sandwich boards laying all around across the street. So I think this would be an opportunity to do that. This is something the retailer could pay for the privilege of putting that on there and maybe help with the whole funding of the project. So I was curious if that's being really considered, thought about.
Looks like you want to respond to this.
I'm Linda McCarthy with the Downtown Missoula Partnership, and I'd be happy to respond to that. Because we have so many private businesses and because of MDT standards, we really aren't able to put private businesses on signs, on poles in the public right-of-way. So the partnership is working on a design that we would bring forth after we've kind of flushed out the details, where the partnership would manage a one-corner sign with multiple businesses. It would be on the sidewalk. It would be a sign that goes in and comes out when business is open and closed. We could look at doing a business directory on the kiosks, and I think we have 9 programmed through the wayfinding system. So it would be mapped kiosks. But it's a different layer of signage, and we're really not planning to put private businesses on our comprehensive wayfinding system. So we're looking at a layer that would be just, in the pedestrian zone on the street corners, and it would be some sort of a post or board that has, 6 or 12 businesses on it pointing in different directions. And so it would be sort of another layer that would be separate from our wayfinding system, but hopefully look a little bit complementary to that.
Okay, so that was them talking about how they're going to have signage for businesses. But let's hear from one of the council members about their question is, how much is it going to cost and how is it going to be implemented? So let's listen to that.
Question we all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what is the
general range of like one of these signs? Are they $5,000? Are they $500? Like what I mean, if we did the entire project, are you thinking it's a $2 million project or a $250,000 project?
We think, I'd say that we think that it's, right now if I were to guess, I'd say 1.25.
And we are giving you a comprehensive system. I mean, you're seeing everything, and we're budgeting everything, and we're trying to put everything in there that we can. So, looking at different components, we're also going to break down each sign type, what the quantity is and how much that's worth. So like say one of those vehicular directional signs with the single posts with 2 messages, that's like $4,500. So then you would see that unit cost there plus the quantity, and then you would have a line item for that sign type. One way you implement in phases is you either do it by area, which isn't necessarily the ideal way to go because that can create gaps between districts. So if you say you did all of Midtown and you were sending people to downtown, and if you didn't have a follow-up sign to get to downtown, then there would be a gap there. But if you implement it by sign type and you went and said, we're going to do all the parking signs, that would work as its own system. If you want to do all the pedestrian signs, that would work as its own system. So you can sort of see how we can once we get the budget numbers and have the final quantities, then we can make decisions on how they get funded. So.
Okay, so that was pricing and implementation. Now the last quote is about the economic benefits of this new signage system. How will this new wayfinding system help Missoula's economy? So let's listen to this.
That should be it. Shouldn't it? Something wrong?
This is it.
Speaking of the benefits, does your firm or is there data on how this affects economic development and how wayfinding impacts that and sort of the returns on this investment?
Yeah, I mean we have some figures. They're not hard facts. Some of them are based on visitations from, say, first-time visitors, that there was an increase in visitation, because those you have to find out what the measurables are, what you can say. So a lot of times hotels, overnight stays are a factor that we look at. When we did our Asheville project, that was one factor that we looked at, and it did increase the the overnight stays. But it's not just something where you say, okay, you're going to put the signs in and automatically you're going to get benefit, and you're going to get more overnight stays, or you're going to get more visitors or whatever, because it's really part of the overall plan. We're really a part of the overall marketing of Missoula. There's other things that are going on as well, and promotion that's going on with websites, with downtown, the Downtown Association. So all of this is working together, but I think that it's a piece of that. In Camden, New Jersey, in their waterfront, they saw a 25% increase in visitation after we put the wayfinding signs up. So we have some numbers like that, but there's no real hard, that you can point and say we put up a wayfinding system and this was the benefit.
Right.
The benefit is you're going to organize your sign system. Right now you have a bunch of signs out there, but you don't have a system. And what it does is it makes your community more organized, more caring. If you're a first-time visitor, I come here and I see the signs. It's like, wow, it was really easy for me to get around because they had these great signs, and it was easy to find my way. They had these kiosks. We just walked up, and it made us feel comfortable. And then that. They tell somebody, they go there, it's one of those things. So.
Okay, so yeah, that's them talking about, the economic benefits and just the overall benefits of a new signage system. So
I did the math, I crunched the numbers, and he said that a lot of the main kiosks are going to be like $4,500, and they said that this whole thing's going to cost 1.25 million. So.
1.25 million. So, yeah, that's them talking about, the economic benefits and just the overall benefits of a new signage system. So I did the math, I crunched the numbers, and he said that a lot of the main kiosks are going to be like $4,500, and they said that this whole thing's going to cost 1.25
if you divide, $4,500 to that, maybe if you also divide the cost of labor and all that stuff, that would probably, I think, if I even half the amount of signs that we have, it's probably going to be about 39 signs.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have signs for, gateway signs, district identification signs, vehicular directional signs, parking, parks, pedestrian signage, information kiosk, bike system signs, and,
Wow.
It's going to be a lot of signs around Missoula. It's going to change the way Missoula looks and feels, I think. So,
especially, speaking of feelings, segue, I'm going to show a very romantic flagship movie that I made with the kids from Washington Middle School.
Yeah.
And it's very cheesy, very awkward, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah, no, that sounds great.
All right, so
Let's watch it.
here's the premiere for the television audience. It's called, well, I'll just show you. It's called Romance Movie. Oh.
Nice sweater, Thor. Nice dressed woman. You're so funny. Why are you being so nice? Because I just heard totally, Valerie totally likes you. Nice sweater, nerd. Not wearing a sweater, Krista. You're so funny. Why are you being so nice? Because I heard Chuck totally likes you. Really? Yeah. Such a dork. Chuck, get back here. You should have a longer conversation with her, Chuck. I don't know how to talk to women, Friska. You're talking to me. People I like. Whatever. Hi. I gotta go. Me too. Ow! That hurts.
Chuck, what's wrong? Don't worry, it'll get better.
Did you see those losers back there? Yeah, I just totally got them together and now I'm gonna break them up. What? I said that I'm going to dinner with my mom and we were gonna break the cups. Okay. Yeah. Losers. Excuse me? You didn't hear that. I just got busted. I heard that. No, you didn't. Nice sweater, dork. I'm not wearing a sweater, Friska. You're so funny. Anyway, I need to tell you something about Chuck. He was totally cheating on you. I saw it with my own eyes. I would never lie to you. Toodaloo. I didn't do it. Hey, Chuck. Do you want to know how to get Valerie back? Yes. You have to pretend to be in a coma, and then she'll want you back. Okay. Oh, thank God! Chuck, you're okay! Yay! We should get back together. Okay. Did I really put you in a coma? No. Vriska told me to, so I could get you back. That's sweet. Wait a second. Vriska planned this whole thing out so she could maneuver us like she wants to maneuver everyone. Nice sweaters, George. Can't believe you would do that, Vriska. You're so funny. Why are you being so nice this time, Vriska? Because this is my show.
All right, and there you have it.
That was interesting, Scott.
That was
very interesting.
Instead of them violently hurting each other, they just verbally abuse each other, it seems like. Anyways.
How long did it take to make that? How long?
It was pretty much straightforward, filmed from point A to point B, and then probably only took about an hour or two.
It's very cool, helping kids learn how to make films and tell stories.
No, they were the ones who filmed it.
Yeah.
I was just like, no.
You mentioned that they were even kind of came up with the story themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's cool to see kids develop like that, and
it's great because we have the summer camps coming up this summer, which is going to be great. We also we do have a free summer camp, which happens on the 3rd. I want to say the 3rd week in June. It's like a Wednesday through Friday. It's like June 23rd. Check it out. It's our free movie club, camp, whatever.
And you help facilitate kids in making their own movies.
Here in the studio.
Here in the studio, yeah.
They can use the studio, use the nice cameras here. Anybody can come in and do what we're doing here today.
Yeah, yep. Well, for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Josh Meny.
I'm Scott Ramp.
And we will see you guys later.